everyone. My name is Isis, and today I'm presenting my research on the effectiveness of cap and trade systems, specifically comparing the European Union and the US programs. So, my general topic is climate change policy, and I'm focusing on market-based solutions, especially cap and trade systems, which are designed to reduce carbon emissions. My main research question is how effective are cap and trade systems, and more specifically, does policy design impact how effective they are? I'm looking at differences between the European Union and US systems to answer that. Just to quickly explain, cap and trade works by setting a limit or a cap on emissions. Companies get permits and they can trade them. This creates a price on carbon and gives companies an incentive to reduce emissions in the most cost-effective way. The reason this matters is because climate change is a major global issue and there's a lot of debate over whether policies like cap and trade actually work. It's also important to balance environmental goals with economic stability. My hypothesis is that stronger policy design leads to better results, so stricter emissions caps and more stable pricing systems should lead to greater reductions while weaker designs won't be as effective. This research is based on environmental economics and market-based regulation. The main idea is that policies can use economic incentives instead of strict government control, but political institutions also play a role in how these policies actually work. For my method, I'm using a qualitative comparative case study. I'm comparing the European Union system to the US programs and analyzing policy design and emissions outcomes using academic research and data. The two main cases I'm focusing on are the European Union emissions trading system and in the US programs like RGGI and California's cap and trade system. My data comes from emissions trends, policy documents, and peer-reviewed research. I'm looking at how emissions changed over time and how that connects to policy design. So for the European Union, the system is very large and covers multiple countries. In the beginning, there were issues like too many permits being given out, which made it less effective, but after reforms, emissions started to decrease more significantly. In the US, the system is more fragmented. RGGI has had some mixed results, partly because outside factors like changes in energy use affected emissions. California's system has been stronger and showed more consistent reductions. When comparing the two, the European Union system is more centralized and stricter, while US programs are more regional and vary in strength. These differences in design really impact how effective they are. My main finding is that policy design is the most important factor. Strong caps, stable pricing, and good enforcement lead to better results. Cap and trade itself isn't automatically effective, it depends on how it's designed. There are some limitations, like the fact that emissions can also be affected by economic changes or energy trends, which makes it harder to isolate the impact of the policy itself. In conclusion, cap and trade systems can work, but they only work if they are well designed. Both economic and political factors play a big role in determining their success. The main takeaway through this research has been that policy design is key. Strong systems can make a real impact, but weaker systems may not lead to meaningful change. Thank you for listening and learning more about cap and trade systems. And I would also like to take this time to acknowledge my references as well as the photo references as well. Thank you.